bright red digital zone and some of the features within inside it. So there are two main areas. One is the N5 area, which is for the N5 books. The web material tries to support the books when there's currently 16 different books within inside the N5 material, and within the hires there's 5. So we'll have a look at the basic features of each of these, of the actual site itself. So we'll have a look at the mass first. So within mass there's obviously a number of units and a number of topics within inside there that can be taken. So we select the topic, and then there are a number of calculators that can be actually used within inside there. So in this case it's simultaneous equations. So let's go for an example here. 2x plus 6y is equal to 17 and 3x plus 4y equals 11. And the system itself will actually calculate the values of x and y required for that. Okay, so you can see there we just enter a value. We've also got some examples here that can actually be used to test it. Then there are tests on each of the topics that we have. So in this case this is the simultaneous equations one. It's quite tough to do this without doing some calculations, and sometimes there's a graphic associated with it too. But we can actually have a look, and then we'll see how much we've got right. Okay, so it tells you what you've got right and what wrong. It'll give you feedback. Some of the topics have fairly detailed feedback on why you got something wrong, why you got it correct. And then there's tutorial examples, and as part of the tutorial examples we'll get the answer here, and we can also look at the solution within inside our calculator. So if a student wants to look at the solution for that tutorial example, here's all the working out, and there's the answer there. Magic. Okay, so each of the topics are arranged like that, and then there's a whole lot of tests to be taken. So for each topic there's a test. Then there's an end of unit test, which takes all the questions from the previous topics. That's A upon A, so I think the answer is B there, and gives an opportunity to be able to try out your knowledge in there. And then there's a fun test that can be taken. Okay, so we can try the answer here. We can take 50-50, and we'll just try that one. And we can poll the audience. That looks like B. Try 50-50 this time. And so on. And then at the very end there's the full test. So this contains all the questions from all the topics, all brought together into a single test. Okay, so that's for maths. So along with this, there's the additional links that can be looked at in terms of videos and so on. So all of the videos within inside the book, it's possible to watch them back.
In this video we're going to show you
and then there's the activities that can be taken. So these will show the calculators that are available within inside the topic. So here's a good example. There's our box plot. Let's put in a few different values here, and we'll see if I can draw the box plot for us. Excellent. That's great, and it should give you all the calculations for it. If you're unsure, then there are examples that can be tried that are well tested, just to show you what the results are, and these relate to the values that you would get in the book. And then there's just some other examples. So I think that's the gradient. That's great. And you should find that this will work with your Android tablet or your iPad, and you should be able to touch the screen, and it should actually show you the correct one. There we go. Okay, I can try that again, and so on. Okay, so that just shows you the maths test, the maths example. So now we'll look at a different area. We'll look at French. So with French, we've integrated the most up-to-date speech processing system that we could find, and you should find the system will speak.
La famille et les amis. Ta famille et tes amis, c'est
To you, if
le
you see the
présent.
little green button, and it also on the blue button translates from English, from French into English. Okay, so there we go.
Et vieux. Être.
And there's the translation. And sometimes we get some answers for the questions that were actually given. So again, we can go to the test, and there'll be some places where we actually get something that will speak from there. So if we have a look at the French, and again we have our tests. We have the end of unit test for each one. And then in terms of activities, we can actually have a look at our translator. There we go. And you should be able to put in
Bonjour, comment vas-tu?
English word, English phrase. And it should translate.
Il s'agit d'un site web.
Okay, if you're interested, we also do other languages, and it's possible to get some test ones that you can use.
J'aime Paris au printemps.
So again, we have some drag and drop here, and just find which one is correct there. There's a hangman, if you want to try it. From there. Then there's a quiz on some French words. And then here are some examples of some words.
Lundi. Mardi. Mercredi. Jeudi. Vendredi. Samedi. Dimanche. Noir.
Isn't that great? And I'll give you a translation there too. Okay, and you can also take the fun test there that we have, that you've seen in the other example. Definitely need to take 50-50 here to know how. Let's ask. Looks like an A. Okay, So that shows you some of the examples that we have there in terms of French. So the other topics, we'll just do a quick brief look around. The chemistry one is a very popular site. Again, we have our answers there for the questions, and then our tests. Sometimes you'll get a hint for the question. Sometimes you get a graphic and so on. Okay, so there's a whole lot of other things around in the site. The computing one, we've spent quite a bit of time doing some additional activities. So in this case we have some converters. So this shows you a binary to decimal converter. There's 2's complement, and we also have a little prototype of the Haggis pseudocode. We've got some examples here if you want to have a look at. So let's make a start. Send hello to display. And we just list, and then just run that. Oops, we have a little problem in the code. Okay, so admin IT should all be complete there. Biology, business management, computer science, drama. So all the subjects should be there. Within physics, we have quite a range of activities that are additional to the book, such as this one for Ohm's law. Okay, so where it's possible to put in a voltage, and we can calculate current from there. And then for the hires, there's the fairly extensive range of material for it. So again, we have our tests for chemistry. You can see there's the hints that we have. So as much as possible, we've tried to put some feedback into the tests. So you can actually see here there is some additional feedback related to the answer. Okay, so that's been a brief introduction to the Bright Red Digital Zone. It's work in progress, and we continue to try and enhance it as much as possible. So for areas like English, there are sort of additional things that we've added to it, such as the drag and drop quiz, spell checker, that will integrate into integrates into the site.